Hi guys, Sarah here and welcome to Novel Expectations. Today I'm coming to you with my March 2016 Coming Soon video. Pretty much what this video is all the books that I have pre-ordered for March for the Amazon Kindle. I am always on the Kindle website looking at the Coming Soon, and I pre-order a lot of stuff. So I have a bunch of books now that I want to talk about, so let's jump in and get started. So coming in on the 1st of March is The Bachelor Girl's Guide to Murder by Rachel McMillan. This book is actually the book I'm going to be reviewing in March. Sometime in March I will post a review of this book. It is not being sent to me by any sort of publishing house or nothing like that. These are all books. All the books that I review are books that I purchase out of my own money. This one was kind of a hidden gem that I found. I was on the lists on Goodreads, on Listopia, and there was a list for like historical fiction novels coming out in 2016. And this cover caught my eye. So I went over to Amazon. Did I go to Amazon? No, I stayed on Goodreads and I clicked on it and I checked it out. And right away, I was so thrilled about this. This is a mystery/historical fiction novel. It's about two girls who are amateur sleuths, and it takes place in Toronto in 1910. For those of you who don't know, I live in Toronto, and I've lived in Toronto my whole life. And I am thoroughly excited to read a historical fiction novel set in my own hometown. I think it's going to be so much fun. So, also coming out on the 1st of March is One Texas Cowboy Too Many by Carolyn Brown. This is the third book in the Burnt Boot Texas series. Say that 3 times fast. This is a contemporary romance novel. It's pretty much about a family feud, the whole Romeo and Juliet kind of thing, the guy and the girl. Your typical romance, it's going to be fun. And Carolyn Brown is a fantastic author. Next is The Darling Songbirds by Rachel Herron. I have read other books by Rachel Herron, and she's a really good author, so I'm looking forward to this one. It is labeled as a romantic comedy, but I'm not exactly sure how. Pretty much what it's about is 3 sisters who have their own country music singing group. And they gained fame in their teens, and then their father passes away, and they have to cancel their world tour, and the sisters kind of like fall apart and stop speaking to each other. And then, as it says on the back of the book, 11 years later, the one sister comes back to town, and I guess she needs the help of her other sisters. So it sounds really, really good, and I'm really looking forward to that one, and the cover is just stunning. Next up, also on March the 1st, is America's First Daughter by Stephanie Dray and Laura Camoni. This is a historical fiction novel, and it tells the story of Thomas Jefferson's oldest daughter, using diary entries and letters and things like that. So I think this is going to be a more historically accurate historical fiction novel, if that makes any kind of sense. Next up on the 1st, there are a lot of books coming out March 1st, is Mrs. Houdini by Victoria Kelly. This cover caught my eye on Amazon, and I immediately went and read some more about it. It's a historical fiction/fantasy novel, and I'm just going to read you the little blurb that was the first thing that I saw on Goodreads. It says it's a captivating debut novel, meticulously researched and beautifully imagined, about the passionate marriage of Harry and Bess Houdini, a love story that defied death itself. Yes, please. I can't wait to read that. It's going to be so good. Next up is The Dutch Girl by Donna Thorlin. This is coming out March 1st. It is the Renegades of the American Revolution novel number 4. I don't know whether these have to be read in order or not. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. It's a historical fiction, historical romance novel, and it's set in Manhattan in the Hudson River Valley in 1778, of course, during the American Revolution. So, right up my alley. And the last book coming out on the 1st of March is The Moon in the Palace by Weena Dali Randall. This is the first book in the Empress of Bright Moon series. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a trilogy, but don't quote me. It is a historical fiction novel, and it's set in ancient China. So, totally different than anything else, so I'm really looking forward to this one. And again, the cover is stunning. Coming out on the 8th of March is Unlucky in Love by Jill Sanders. Jill Sanders is a fantastic author. She's pretty much auto-buy for me. This is the first book in the Lucky series. It is a contemporary romance. It's about a very unlucky woman who supposedly, has her car stolen and loses a winning lotto ticket all in the same day, and then has her boyfriend move out and take all of their stuff. And of course, then she finds a guy, and, it goes from there. So, sounds like it's going to be fun. Coming out on the 23rd of March. So you see, we've jumped quite a bit. There's a lot of books coming out at the beginning of the month, but not as many as I wanted to read coming out later in the month. So again, coming out the 23rd is Claimed by Love by Melissa Foster. This is The Love and Bloom, The Riders, book number 2. It is a contemporary romance, and it's about a woman who is trying to keep this guy from buying a property, and hijinks ensue. So, fun contemporary romance. I really like Melissa Foster. She's a great author. Coming out on the 29th of March is Because of Miss Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. This is the first book in the Roxbury series. It is a historical romance. For those of you who have not read the Bridgerton series by Julia Quinn, please do yourself a favor and read it if you're a fan of historical romance novels. They are so witty and so entertaining. This one was a must-buy for me. As soon as I saw it had anything to do with the Bridgertons, I knew I had to jump on it, and I'm really looking forward to this one. And last but not least, coming out also on the 29th is Flawless by Heather Graham. I don't know if I've said it before on this channel, but Heather Graham is a definite auto-buy author for me. I adore her. This is a romantic suspense novel, and it is about diamond thieves in New York City, and the FBI agent and criminal psychologist who have been put together to try and capture them. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one, and that book is actually going to be my April book to review. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. Anyway, guys, are you interested in reading Are there any books in March that you are interested in reading? Please let me know, because I'm always looking to pre-order more books. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye.